Hello friends, welcome to the fifth part of video recording class of subject hydraulic machine and fluid power. Here in this video, I am going to explain about the constructional features and working principle of Pelton wheel turbine. In earlier video class, we are going to study about that a Pelton wheel turbine is a tangential flow impulse turbine in which the water strikes the bucket along the tangent to the runner. The energy available at the inlet of turbine is kinetic energy. The pressure of water that is at the inlet and outlet of turbine is atmospheric pressure. It is a high head turbine and it is named after L.A. Pelton, who is an American engineer, and it is widely used in hydroelectric power plant. Already we have discussed that it consists of the following parts like nozzle and flow regulating arrangement, that is also known as spear, then runner and buckets, casing and braking jet. We have seen that at the outlet of penstock, we are getting the energy of water is the sum of pressure energy and kinetic energy. We have to use a mechanical device by which we can convert the total energy of water into kinetic energy. The nozzle is going to increase the velocity of water at the outlet of penstock while it is moving over the turbine blades. Due to this high velocity of water, the energy associated with the water is known as your kinetic energy. This kinetic energy of water is striking upon the bucket. Due to the movement of the bucket, the rotational motion of the runner is going to take place and we are getting the mechanical energy, and that mechanical energy is transmitted to the generator and we are going to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy, and thereby we have seen that there is a ball which is lightened by the help of a turbine section. First of all, we have to know that what is the use of nozzle and flow regulating arrangement. As shown in the figure, we are having a pipe, that is your penstock, whose end is attached with the nozzle. Inside the nozzle there is a conical part, or that is a conical needle, which is moving inside the passage of nozzle. The movement of the sphere inside the nozzle causes the mass of liquid flowing through the nozzle according to the requirement at the turbine unit. The mass of liquid or water can be regulated by using the sphere arrangement. While the sphere is moving towards the front end, forward motion during that time, the liquid motion will be decreased, less amount of water will be discharged. While it is moving inside, then during that time large amount of water will be provided to the turbine unit. In this way, the flow is regulated by the sphere. The main purpose of flow regulating arrangement is that depending upon the load at the output shaft of the turbine unit, we have to supply the water. So that flow regulation can be done by using the sphere and hence it is known as a flow regulating device. Next part is your runner with bucket. As shown in the figure, we have seen that the buckets are fixed to the runner. The runner is fixed to the shaft. So in case of our impulse turbine, the blades are known as buckets, and the bucket consists of two hemispherical cups which are attached with each other at a point, and that point is known as your splitter. The splitter converts the water into two parts while the water striking upon the bucket. During the striking of water at the splitter causes the flow of water, and that flow of water will be taking place through the hemispherical cups, and then after it is moving outside the bucket. While the water is moving over the bucket, by means of the kinetic energy of water, the bucket will be moved. The bucket is fixed with the runner, so the runner will be rotated, and the runner is attached with the shaft. So by means of runner motion, the rotation of the shaft takes place and you are getting the mechanical power. The buckets are evenly fixed, and that is mounted upon the circular disc, and that circular disc is known as a runner. Then after we will go for studying about casing. Casing is nothing but that is the arrangement provided for the turbine unit which surrounds the turbine unit, and the water which is obtained from the nozzle, and that will be striking upon the buckets of turbine runner. While this time there is splashing of water takes place. This splashing of water may be taken place to the outside of the casing. So by providing a casing, the splashing of water can be decreased. Also it acts as a safeguard against the accidents. As we know that the velocity is much more higher, so during that time there is shocks are provided produced on the blades of runner, and also there may be any different types of injury maybe takes place. For that case we are going to use a casing. The casing is nothing but that is made up of cast iron or fabricated steel plate. As shown in the diagram, we are having this part is known as a casing. The casing is made up of with fabricated steel plate. It is provided with a nozzle, and also there is a brake nozzle. Brake nozzle means that is a braking jet. So what do you mean by braking jet? As the water from the outlet of the nozzle is at a higher velocity, this high velocity of water is striking upon the buckets of runner, due to which the runner will be rotating the shaft at a much more higher than that of the normal speed. So while the rotation is taking place, during the no flow condition from the water of nozzle to that of the striking of water on the bucket. During this time, what happens? There is a wear and tear of the bearing parts may be taken place. For that reason, we have to stop the motion of the running blades or runner, so that we have to apply a force in opposition to that of the motion of the runner. This is the braking jet, or this is the jet of water. Again, the pipe is connected from the penstock, and at the end of the pipe there is a nozzle is fitted. From that nozzle we are getting the high velocity of water, and this high velocity of water will be decreasing the motion of the rotation of the shaft. In this way we are going to break or going to stop the motion of the motion of the runner, so that we can have the safeguard to the runner bearings. In this way we are studying about that. There are 4 parts of the Peltonville turbine. One is your nozzle with sphere arrangement. The main purpose of this that to regulate the water flow in according to the load available at the outlet of the shaft. Second point is your runner with bucket. The runner is fixed to the shaft. It is a circular disc upon which buckets are mounted. Next point is your casing. Casing is provided for prevent the splashing of water, and also the water after striking the blade it will be running to the tail race. Next point, there is a braking jet. Braking jet is nothing but that is the jet of water coming out from the nozzle to stop the motion of the runner during no striking of water at the nozzle case. So now in the next class or next video class we will have to study about the velocity diagram of Peltonville turbine. Thank you.